Okay, so what kind of situation do we currently have on US oil? Now, from a weekly perspective, we have a market that has created this W formation. And after a W formation, what do you expect? You expect the market to make a move to the downside to go and test the previous resistance, which is now turned support. So from here, we want to see the market go and make a retracement to the neckline of the W formation. Now, another thing to keep in mind, the reason for which after the market makes an impulse, a correction, a lower low, and then a higher high, the reason for which we want to see this retracement is because this market is overextended. And if you want to measure the retracement, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. But immediately you can understand that we have a problem here because most of the times the Fibonacci levels, so in this case the 0.382, should line up with the structure, which in this case we're not seeing. So that is why there is a very good probability that this is not the high that the market at which the market will stop, but the market will actually continue higher to make it possible for the 0.382 to align with the structure and then to go and give us the retracement. So basically to go and test this resistance zone here before going lower is definitely a possibility that in fact we did speak about also on YouTube. So overall we have a downside target here. However, we keep in mind that we might easily go and test the resistance zone that we have here. Let's go down on the daily time frame and see what kind of situation we have on the daily. Now, on the daily time frame, if you remember from our YouTube analysis, what did we say? We said if the market will close above this structure before showing any sign of weakness on the 4-hour time frame, then we definitely want to see the market continue higher. And in fact, from a 4-hour perspective, everything remained bullish all the time, retesting the previous 4-hour resistance here, now turn support here, and the market just continued to the upside without giving us any possibility to be looking for any shorts on US oil. Now, even though we know that the market has a long-term target here to make it possible for the Fibonacci's to align, we still must notice that here is the daily structure, and if the market will actually manage to break this daily structure to the downside, it means that from here we can definitely expect the continuation to the downside. So as usual, guys, we have to be reactive and not predictive. If the market will continue to the upside to go and test this very strong supply area here, as you can see also in the daily, it was clear support, now it's turn resistance. If the market will go and retest this area, then what we will be doing with students at that point, the market will be clearly overextended inside of this area, and we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this zone, waiting for the market to shift from a bullish market to a bearish market from a 4-hour perspective. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for the move to the downside. On the other side, if before reaching the zone, the market will respect this double top, so this previous resistance here, again resistance here, and break this red candle to the downside, then the structure on the daily will be broken to the downside. Why? Because in all of this impulse to the upside, there is one candle which is not related to the move, which is exactly this red candle, which is a structured zone for this market. And if the market will break it to the downside, it will be turned resistance, so a strong supply area. And the way in which we will be approaching this with students is very simple. We will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this area, waiting for the market to shift from a bullish market in this case to a bearish market. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short for the completion of the weekly W formation and completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you, and I will see you in the next video.